¿Qué tal? Buenas tardes a todos los que nos ven aquí en este canal de Vericu. Hoy tenemos muchísima emoción de tener en esta entrevista a Dimitri de la banda OFF, de la legendaria banda de hardcore OFF. Y bueno, ellos van a visitar la ciudad de Guadalajara el día 22 de noviembre en The Basement de Guanamor. Y pues nada, qué emoción. Hi, Dimitri. How are you? I'm Javier, representing Vericu today. How are you today, man?
I'm doing good, Javier. How are you doing?
I'm doing great, man. Thank you for having this time for this interview, man. This is very exciting to have you guys here in the city. So let's talk about your new EP, FLZ, that
Yep.
comes as a result as what was the album from last year. What can you tell us about these four songs on side A? That what why did they were cut out, or why did you wait for an EP to have them published?
They were recorded at the same time that we recorded all the songs for Free LSD. We just, for whatever reason, felt like those four songs, and there are a couple of others that no one's heard as well, but we
Yeah.
felt like those songs shouldn't be on Free LSD. We would save them for another occasion. We liked them, but um, it just didn't really fit into the flow of what we were trying to do with the album.
Okay. Yeah. And now speaking about the other songs that you're mentioning, somebody like probably illegally uploaded to YouTube, and I was given a chance to listen to them. How did that all that experimentation came into being, and why did you feel creatively the need to do something like that?
Well, what songs are you talking about? What was illegally uploaded? What are you?
Those free jazz kind of
Oh,
thing,
oh
you know.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
I was
yeah,
listening
yeah.
to yesterday on
Okay,
YouTube.
yeah. Um, yeah. So on the album Free LSD, the those sort of free jazz industrial freak out interludes, FLSD. Yeah, so on the B side of the vinyl only,
Yeah.
we released the full versions of those, and that was really really fun. Because usually, Keith and I will write the songs. We get together as a band and we flush them out and record them, and that's that. But with those tracks, I set aside a day of recording where they were just complete improv. I would set up. I really got into experimenting with electronics on this project. So I had a whole table of weird gadgets and crude circuit bent synthesizers and effects, and I would set up these themes, and we would just take passes at these sonic landscapes, improvisational experiments. Um, and Justin Brown, who played drums on the album and on that EP, he comes from the jazz world. He toured with Herbie Hancock. He plays with Thundercat.
Yeah.
So I really wanted to invite that influence into those tracks particularly, and play into the free jazz by bringing in John Wall from Clawhammer, who played all the crazy saxophone uh,
Yeah.
on those pieces. So we just wanted to try to uh, stretch our wings and go into territories we're not normally allowed to go.
Yeah, I bet it's really fun and quite interesting. And even though it doesn't sound completely like you, it has your essence of, and I think that's very important, right?
Yeah, sure. I mean, I, we had a feeling that we would probably alienate a few fans, but um, I think people who have followed us along the years know that we've been trying to evolve. And we took a lot of time off between Wasted Years and Free LSD, and that was partially because our band fell apart and we had
Yeah.
to reinvent ourselves, but also it took time to figure out how exactly we wanted to approach evolving into a new sound, and more importantly, how to make a feature-length film that is attached to the album.
Yeah, speaking of which, I know you directed and write that movie. How that came into being, and what was the creative spark that to say, let's make a movie?
Well, we had made all these really fun music videos that started to get more elaborate as we went, and I just started to feel like we were getting to the point where there was really nowhere left to go. And I'd always had an interest in filmmaking. I have a background in theater as an actor when I was younger, and I just wanted to give it a shot. I wanted to see if I could pull it off and do something for the band that would really set us apart. You know, as a band that could truly join that short list of artists who make an album and a film that have the same name, that are completely connected.
Yeah,
It's
it
just
feels
not
cohesive. Yeah,
it's not done that often, you know.
exactly.
There's only
And
a few
how
people who've done it.
exactly? And how was for you working like on screen and behind scenes and stuff?
I
Was it
loved it.
natural?
Yeah, I loved it. You know, I thought I was going to be an actor, when I was in my early 20s, and so this was um, a really great way of coming full circle and utilizing all my skill sets. It almost feels like all roads have led to this point for me. And I
Uh,
like wearing a lot of hats. I've managed off, from the first album, produced the records, written all the music, play guitar, and yeah, I just like working. I like trying to. I love. I've always I've always been very proud to be a part of this band, and so it's important to me to push every situation as far as I can go, to try. I just give it 100%. You know what I mean?
yeah,
I want people to hear what we're doing. I want people to see what we're doing. I want people to come to the shows and lose their minds, and you know what I mean? So
yeah. It,
we're just putting our best feet forward always, and
of
trying to
course.
do. And lately, I think we're doing our best work because finally we're able to take the blinders off and challenge ourselves to do something different. And for Keith, that at first he didn't. He just wanted to stick to the punk rock rule book,
Yeah,
and as time went on, he started to trust in the situation. And I know him. He's one of
yeah,
my very dearest friends, and I know that his musical taste and his knowledge of pop culture, um, makes him a much more complex artist than people may think. And I wanted to expose that and explore it. And I
yeah.
think this is his finest hour as an artist.
It totally is. Well, thank you. That's a great answer. And let me to one other question that I wanted to ask you. You come from let's call it a different world, and you have your other bands, and you've been around for so many years. And speaking of those hats you were talking about, what's the most important thing that you bring to the off table, that you say this is Dimitri's essence?
Um, uh, I think it's important to have a vision for something. And then if the vision is strong enough and people believe in it, then they'll do it with you. And then it just becomes about how to execute that vision. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Um, some people may have an idea for something, but they don't know how to follow that idea. And I think my strength is that I'm just so stubborn that I don't want to take no for an answer, and I just head for the target, And sometimes there are really big obstacles. It took 6 years to figure out how to make this movie, but we did it. And it's something we're really proud of. So I just don't give up. That's it.
Exactly.
And I allow myself to take chances at the risk of possibly being a fool.
Yeah.
You have to be willing to fall on your ass,
Exactly.
and fail. You have to be willing to fail by taking risks.
Totally. And well, it's an important subject now that you come into Latin America and you're gonna about to tour a bunch of countries, and you open in Mexico City in a big outdoor festival, and many of those thousands of people that are gonna be there are not probably your crowd. What are the challenges you face when you face a crowd like that is pretty much like passive and not as active as you want?
Well, they're two different animals. It's in one situation, we are it's an opportunity to play to people who have never seen or heard us before, and we can make new fans.
Yeah.
And we love playing more mainstream festivals like that, because we stick out so much.
Exactly.
If you look at the bill, it's like, I mean, we played Coachella twice, and
Yeah.
I walk around the festival and it's like there's just thousands and thousands of people, like they're on spring break or something, and there's one person on a stage with with a couple of turntables or whatever. Maybe they're not playing anything. Who knows? But
Yeah.
people just want to dance, and it's like this electronic, music culture. And so we feel like it's important to get up there with our stacks of amplifiers and our drums and bring it old school and make a ruckus and maybe scare some people. We feel like that's an important thing to do. But we love to mix it up to where, we'll go from Corona Capital to
Yeah.
playing, the basement in Guadalajara to like real fans who were there to
Yeah.
get down, and
Yeah.
then we're playing to our people.
Yeah. I'm gonna be there, so
Oh, cool.
I'm very very excited. And first, what are the things that excites you the most about touring Latin America? It's just the crowd, the food, or what?
It is 100% the audiences. Mexico, South America, there's nothing like it in the world. People just go for it. And to stand on a stage and have the audience be that physically committed to the show, it makes it so much more fun. And it's just nowhere else in the world is it like that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we
So
we we
it's
always look forward to coming. It's not always easy to come, and people need to understand, you know, because there are fans who are bummed out, like, well, why are you playing this big festival that we can't afford to go to? You need to play a sideshow. Well, it's
easy. Yeah.
not that easy. We have to play those festivals, Corona Capital, Primavera Sound, because if we don't have those financial anchors, we can't afford to do any shows.
Of
Right?
course.
And then there are radius clauses where we can't just do a sideshow in Mexico City, because the festival won't allow that. So we're doing whatever we can. But hey, look, we want to come back.
Of
We
course.
want to come back and play those cities where our fans, didn't have a chance to see us or whatever. When that movie comes out, we're hoping, and it'll come out next year, we're hoping that it will create more opportunities. It was always designed to be a vehicle through which we could find a new audience.
Yeah.
And we hope to come back, go around the world one more time and play certain cities that we didn't get to, or return to cities where, you know, we had a good experience the first time, but promoting this film now and blow it up even bigger. So
Yeah.
we hope to come back.
Yeah, let's hope so too. Okay, so the time has run out, but I just want to thank you again. And if there's anything you want to add, we have 1 minute.
Oh, yeah. Well, I will say that we're very excited that Mario Rubalcaba is back on drums.
Yeah.
So he will be playing. It's really interesting to hear him play the free LSD material. You know, it's a different thing, and it's equally as cool. So that's exciting. You know, it feels like we've come full circle, and yeah, we're just really looking forward. Looking forward to everything. I've never been to Guadalajara. I can't wait to see it.
Yeah, man.
And some other countries that we haven't been to in South America. So this is some, you know, these types of shows are the kind of thing we really fantasize about and look forward to.
Yeah. All right, Dimitri. Well, thank you so much for your time. This was amazing, and good luck with your tour in England and stuff like that.
Thank you
Thank you
very
so
much.
much.
All right.
All right. Bye bye.